What's,
Hello.
what's the word? What's going on? What's up, baby?
What is going on? What is everybody up to tonight? I know it's late, but it's always late.
Were you about to explain something?
Yeah, but I don't even believe my own excuses anymore. So it's just I got off work late, and then I had to go to the store after, and now I'm back.
Yep, it was her fault, basically.
No, I did
Hmm?
get carded today for a can of spray paint. Just
Yeah, you're
saying.
right.
Yes, I did. They wouldn't let me check out.
Oh, that's because the machine won't let it go.
Same thing.
No, that's not the same thing. The machine
It's the
makes them
same.
walk.
It's the same thing, man.
It's not at all the same thing.
Anyway, how's everybody doing tonight? Hope you
What's
guys are
up, people?
well.
Hopefully, everybody's doing good today. We we wanted to make sure we came on tonight. We missed a couple days, but she was late getting off work, so we said, "Fuck it, we're gonna go anyway." Hopefully, everybody's good. Ty, what's up, brother? He said, "Q-Vol."
Oh, hello, Ty.
Burkina said, 23 nation, helping youth is our occupation. B50, no relation.
Oh, okay.
Okay,
Listen here, noob.
I like that one.
Okay, troublemaker. We don't need an
Can I
anthem.
make, can I
Okay,
make that?
we don't know. We don't need an anthem. We don't need all that.
I wonder if we can make that scroll at the bottom of the screen.
Let's not, man. Here we go. The hell.
That's funny.
Your face is funny.
Ty, what's
Okay,
up? He
no,
said,
no.
Burkina.
You know what? I'm not gonna be mean to you today because you went to the doctor today, and I know that takes a lot out of you.
Yeah, it was all right, man. It was a good day. It was a good day. Ty said, Burqueño, I like that. LOL. Burqueño said, LOL. Ty. Disco, what's up, brother? He put the little burrito down. AP
Oh,
said,
okay.
Orale. And Sergio said, what's up, everyone? I'll get to that one right now, AP. Sergio said, Burqueño, LOL. LA Dodgers Blues said, what's up, Cricket? And White Fence, what's up, bro? Sergio said, you got carded for that spray paint because they thought you were going to huff it.
No, sir. No, they didn't. I don't be doing all that.
Burqueño said, Sergio. Yuma Boy said, Cubo listening from Arizona, Goodyear, Buckeye area. Cubo. Man, bro, I remember when Goodyear and Buckeye was far. Now it's all part of basically the valley. But man, you had to like, not so much from my neighborhood, but if you were like in like mid Phoenix, that's a trip to go out there. Nobody ever did. The only thing out in Goodyear was the Pinta and the Air Force Base.
Well, my grandparents were on Jackrabbit Road, and when we would go to Phoenix and that drive, we
Mhm.
always fell asleep on the way there. We always fell asleep on the way back. Felt like a journey, but now it's
Yeah.
just right there.
Very good. And I think that's the only road out there because everybody used to talk about it. Yeah, I'm going out to Jack Rabbit Road. It was like the only one out there. Shit. Heart Life Phoenix, what's up, brother? He said, just saying sup. Jovan got carded. Y'all have a good night. Good night, brother. Appreciate you stepping in. George Lopez is in the house. He said, greetings from Tijuana.
Oh, okay. AP was just there.
Yeah. Sergio said, muffin. Burqueño said, laugh my ass off. Heart Life said, Serge. Burqueño said, I genuinely pissed her off.
Well, you're coming up with these things, and then it sticks, and then he says them, and then it's a trend, and then you guys start, telling these things and lies, and
Johnny Lopez said, you
we're
do
not
outreach.
50, okay? We're D23 also, or D24.
No, you had a different number. Don't start.
You can't tell me what to do. We could change it if we want, when we want.
You're not gonna bite on ours. We're
We
not
do
letting that
whatever we
happen.
want to do.
We're not letting it happen.
What?
That's what I said.
Oh,
Johnny Lopez was. He said you do outreach in Arizona. But that's where I'm from, bro. But honestly, we try to do as much as we can in all of the states around the area: New Mexico, Colorado, Utah, California, Oregon, Washington, wherever we can touch, bro. That's kind of what we would like to do in the long run. That's why I think it's so valuable that this this platform is so valuable. I'm not saying like we're valuable. I'm saying like because we get to reach so many people from so many different places, and when we do the things that we do, it's for a lot of different cities and states, and so we try it all. I am personally hoping that I will be able to start uh, specifically speaking to juveniles in different facilities, maybe schools. There is right now a proposal uh, that actually one of our subscribers helped me put together for a school district, and just waiting for a response out of that. But yeah, it's it's not necessarily just Arizona based, and we try to make sure that it's not, because to be honest, I mean, it's kids everywhere that are following this road that we wish they wouldn't. AP said, bro, you can always go live without loose rear end, Giovanna. Don't let her limit our content creation.
whatever.
You're right, bro. I never thought of that. You're right.
Why are you thinking about that? See what I mean? You just say no, because I go on with her. You're right.
Well, I mean, he's right. I don't have to always go live with you.
Oh, then
I can
go
go
then.
on.
Go then. Go.
CAP, she loves this AP though. She misses you
No,
guys.
no, go for it. Go for it.
Anthony Ortega, what's up, brother? He said, "Cubo cricket and your old lady, OG puppet from Peoria." What's up, bro?
Oh,
Yeah.
hello.
Ty 602 said, Giovanna always interrupting the content creator.
This guy. Oh my God.
Johnny
Ty,
Lopes said,
not, I don't got time for you tonight, Ty. I don't.
what programs are for kids in Phoenix? Um, as far as set programs, bro, I don't believe. I mean, I'm sure there's a lot of them. Here's the problem, and again, I'm not shitting on anything. Um, anything that'll take these kids, time away from street stuff is good. Um, especially at an early age before they're getting in trouble and all that. And I go, and I think that's one of the things that we're starting to get real surprised about here recently. And if you saw the last live or the one before that, we donated a bunch of
Sporting.
yeah, we donated a bunch of sports stuff like for PE, and before that we did music stuff for something else for Agua Fria High School, and this was for Bethune Elementary School, and they didn't even have like balls and jump ropes and hula hoops and stuff like that at the school, and it blows my mind. You know what I'm saying? So that it just like they're not trying to reach these kids young with the proper stuff. Like you need to give them the tools to be active, to be involved, to be off the streets, and then turning into those at-risk youth that are out there getting in trouble and stuff. Like they say, idle hands, I don't know the exact saying, but get in trouble, I guess. But so if you don't give them stuff to do, they're gonna be out there just messing around. So it's not gacho ese pedo. I don't know. But as far as programs directly, here's the thing I don't like. And again, I'm not trying to down any program that targets youth. Everybody, I'm sure, does it because they care and their corazon is in it. Um, but I don't think you can scare kids away from the pinta. I don't think that that's the angle it should continue to go on. That's been tried for the last 40, 50 years, and it doesn't work because kids they don't see it as frightening. They see it as, they want to be tough. They're trying to play this macho role like we all did. And in order to do that, it's like, it's more like when you try to scare them away from the pinta. I think it's more like a challenge to them. You know what I'm saying? You're not scaring them. They're telling themselves, "Oh man, yeah, I'm not scared of that." And I think the other side of it is the losses that you incur, the emotional shit, because all of us feel that. And so again, I'm not trying to say that these programs aren't worth it. Everything's worth it. Try it all, but I think we need to start focusing more on really targeting the emotional losses of what the pinta brings, the real consequences of losing loved ones, of the time itself, of so many things that I don't think they put in. It's not put in perspective when they talk to these kids. Krusty said, "Howdy, folks. Jovan, Cricket, and all in the chat. What's
Oh,
up, Crust?" AP said, "Yeah, Giovanna, shut up. No one cares about your lame Jack Rabbit Road story." Ah, shit. Chris Gringo said, "¿Qué pasa, Chris? Hope everything is firme. Just setting minds, hometown. What's up, brother? Aquí ya sabes. Kicking back, bro." Crusted said, "Puro beat 2-3." Whoa, what's up, Crust? How you doing, brother? Crust. Yeah, Yuma boy said, "I live off Jack Rabbit. Late night watering already seated and put the topper down."
oh,
Yeah, I'm assuming you got a water. I mean,
you
there
know,
used to be nothing but desert out there.
my dad, he went to Buckeye Elementary School. It was a little school, and then my aunt lived right across the street from there. I mean, that school was just like tiny, though. There's like nothing there to play with either. And then, of course, they moved to
Out
Phoenix,
there,
but
Jack Rabbit Road.
yeah, well, Buckeye.
Yeah, I've been
That
out
was
there
such a long
once.
time ago, though. It was just telling you nothing was out there. It was just dead.
Nothing.
And every time we'd go out there, like my grandma would be like, "Oh, I have to go into the city to, go grocery shopping." Like the way she would say it, like if she was so far
Yeah,
away, but like she kind of was far away, you know.
yeah.
It's not like she could just
Time.
go around the corner. And it's like it was nice to
You
go
know,
out there because everybody would go out there because it was so big. They lived on acres, but it's just like the ride there and the ride back, and it just sucked.
you know how much feria people made off of just buying that land that everybody thought was worthless out there?
Yeah.
It's crazy. Ty said, "B23 for life, Crust." Crust said, "I
Oh
see you,
goodness.
Burqueño." Sup, Ty? Hello, Pastor Tony. He said. Burqueño said, "Crust, salute." Crust said, "Órale, Sir Joe." Eric said, "Cubo Cricket and Giovanni and the B23 familia. How are you guys doing? Hope all is well." What's up, Eric? I doing real good, brother. Aquí, ya sabes,
Yeah,
living the
we are
dream, like they
just
say.
here, you know, living life to the fullest, loving every moment of it.
Crust said, "¿Cómo estás, AP?" AP said, "Why you getting mad, Joanna?" It's
Nobody's
just
mad.
an,
Nobody's.
he said, "It's just an idea."
It's no one's getting mad. I'm calm. I'm okay.
Older version. Hey, Cricket, did you see the No, nah, I don't watch the dude. I don't have beef with nobody, bro. As far as paperwork, I don't care, bro. I've admitted everything that I need to admit right here. It doesn't matter to me. People want to watch, they watch. They don't, they don't. After that, we move on. AP said, "Crust, saludos here. Just having some pan dulce and cold milk." Watcha.
You would be having some pan dulce.
I knew you were going to say something. Johnny Lopez said, "I did 10 years in ADOC. I do peer support for the reentry adult population in Phoenix, Arizona. How can I link with you and volunteer to make a difference?" Email me, brother. So the email is It's at the bottom rolling. I'm waiting to see it so I can tell you what it is. Um, I believe it's Prison Chronicles 1 at gmail.com. And email me, and I'll send you my phone number, brother, and we'll rap about it. There's definitely a lot of, like I said, there's a lot of need for it, not just in Arizona, but everywhere. But um, that's the main thing that's needed is people that care. You know what I mean? Get involved and talk to these kids, and from whatever perspective that you have, um, the one that I really want to emphasize when I talk to these kids is more the loss of everything. You know what I mean? The emotional stuff. You know what I mean? Like all of us, a la neta, if we're man enough to admit it, we all had really sad and bad times while we were in the pinta. Whether you were the one who went in there and your ruca left you, if you went in there, you weren't able to raise your children, which is my case. If you went in there and your jefita died while you were in and you were never able to show your jefita or your abuelita or anybody that you were not who the system said you were. A lot of us made mistakes in our life that, we can't take back, but we're not that person, you know what I'm saying? And many people never got to show that to whoever they love. Their jefita dealt with them going in and out of pinta all them years, and maybe their jefa or abuelita or whoever it is passed while you were in there, and now you're a different person, and you wish that she could see you now. You know what I mean? And that's a true heartbreaking holiday right there. You know what I mean? For these kids need to hear it and see it, like the person that loves you, that really cares about you, that wants to see you do something in your positive in your life and be somebody, to never get the chance to see that you did do that because you were a knucklehead growing up and all that. That's sad shit, man. And I think that that's the type of stuff that we need to talk about and emphasize. Yeah, there's all the rest of it too. Whatever. If you want to use the pinta scary and all this bad stuff can happen, but besides all that, the thing that everybody goes through is the sadness of just loss of the emotional support, the gente you love, the people you are with. I mean, you know, calling home and your kids are starting, like me. I called home. My son started kindergarten, first grade, graduated eighth. All this stuff that I didn't get to play a part in. And I would call and I would act all happy and I love you, mijo, and that's great. And when I would hang up, it'd be a fucked up few hours where I was like, damn, I'm not there for him. And that's all of our stories, a lot of our stories. And so I think, that's one of the things that I think needs to be put out there to these kids that are just trying to be somebody, to prove something and be a part of something, and in the end, that's not even worth it, because we can explain that part of it too. It's crazy. Sergio said, "Hey, Krusty." Krusty said, "Sounds good, AP. Enjoy." Anthony
And if
Jason
you get
Cricket.
locked up, you might get a girl that don't send you no money, so you will be starving in there. You will be looking at everybody eat while you don't. Just saying.
Yeah, it could. I mean, that is part of
Just
it. I mean,
kidding.
and, and forget
No,
that
because I
part.
mean, there's people that go in there and they don't have anybody to send them nothing, so they
Yeah,
have
and
to
we've
deal
seen.
with what they have.
Yeah, people see that. I mean, you get vatos that are hustling, they're washing clothes to make a little bit of feria. I mean, there's there's a lot of hustles in there where dudes gotta, to get a little bit of feria. And that sucks too. But on top of that, think about it. I mean, there's so many different stories, you know what I'm saying? And you're if you in love with your girl and she's in love with you, you get torcido, she may want to be there for you. She may love you and all that drama, but years and years where motherfuckers are batting their eyes at her and shit, it's bound to happen, bro. And that's how the broad just walks away from You can't give her what a motherfucker can. And it's sad when that happens. And that's just the ruca side of it. I mean, as sad as that is, fools can get over that. I'm thinking more of like, your parents or your brothers, your sisters, that your abuelita that, raised
Well,
you, brought you
it
up.
must be a little hurtful too, like if, your girl leaves you and now some other man is raising your son, you know what I mean? Or your daughter or your kid or whatever. And it's like, dang,
Hell
you
yeah,
know what I mean?
big,
That's a messed
huge.
up feeling. It's huge. So,
And it's, those are the consequences of getting locked
and
up.
that's the reality. And, some people can wait, some people can't, and some say, oh, I'll wait for 20 years or whatever. I'll wait while you're on, death row. It's not going to happen. It's not. If they're getting out maybe in 3 or 5 or 10 or 13, maybe. But if somebody's like on death row, it's not going to happen. Or they're doing life, it's just not
And
going
the
to
sad
happen.
part is, a lot of the kids don't think of it that way. And all of us have seen it. Everybody that gets locked has an locked up has an old lady that's gonna wait. That they're the different one, and then it never happens. And again, so it has to be part of the story that you tell these kids. Like, you're not gonna, it just ain't gonna happen. You're gonna lose whatever you have, and beyond that. I mean, just imagine. I mean, it just everybody loves their parents, no matter what their parents may or may not have done for them. I mean, that's part of the broken part of the inside of these kids. Like, they didn't have the support at home that they should have. They're looking for this family that, so they get involved in this shit. But I'm sure for the most part, everybody loves their abuelitas, their parents, all that stuff. And to not be able to prove to them that if eventually you change your life and you're somebody different, and you're doing well. And I've heard it 1,000 times. Like, what about those say, man, I wish my mom could see me now. Chopper says it. Chopper, you guys know Chopper. He did 34 years in prison. His mom and dad died while he was in there. He went in at the age of 18, 17 or 18. Got out, in his
But what
50s.
about those parents that weren't great parents and they helped their kids along that way? Now their kid is just bad and now they're getting in trouble and now they're in prison. Like, okay, yeah, you want to get out and prove to your parents that you were good, but shouldn't the parents prove to the kid also?
Yeah, but the problem here's the thing, and I
Like
hear you.
they're the reason why it all started. Do you know what I'm saying? Like,
That's the that's the logical side of it. Unfortunately, a lot of kids, it's like the beat puppy. You know what I'm saying? They still love their master, and everybody loves the parent. I mean, it just they don't see it that way. No one ever wants to blame the parents for what happened.
oh
It's
no,
our
sir.
own.
If my parents were not good parents, I would let them know real quick.
Well, we know
I
that.
I already have problems with them having so many kids. There's 5 of us, and I already have a problem with that because they should have stopped with me. And I tell them that all the time, but my mom's like, "Well, what can I do now? I have you guys." Like, so I mean, no. I would let my parents know, like, "Hey, you weren't the best of a parent. You weren't this," and I think that's the problem. Like, parents don't want to hear it, and they should hear it.
Well,
Some of
yeah,
them need to hear it.
but they're not going to
Like, "Hey,
change because
your kid's in juvenile hall because you're not paying attention to him." Because he's 14 and you're letting your kid run wild. You're not, if you did everything in your power to try to keep your kid from going down the wrong path, then okay. But there's parents that don't even try. They don't care. They're so wrapped
yeah,
up in themselves.
I know,
And
but you're not
some
going to
parents
change.
need to hear it too, though.
You're not going to change that. How are you going to change if they don't love their kid enough to put that into them? You telling them that isn't going to
So
change
then
it.
why should the kid worry about getting out and proving them to their parents
I'm
that they
not
did
saying
something good?
I'm not saying they should. I'm just saying they do. That's the point. They just do.
Well, then they
And
shouldn't be so
so,
hard on themselves.
well, that's the point is, what I'm trying to say is, if you go to prison, and you're trying to prove to somebody that you're not that person, you may not get the chance to do that. That's it. I
Well,
mean,
when you got
they
out,
can't beat that.
you just needed to prove to your son and to me, you didn't need to prove to anybody else.
Well, I mean, the thing is that we're not talking about me. We're talking about all these kids, and what do you tell them to get them to realize that where the road they're taking is going to be a very tough emotional road. Whether you like your parents, you don't like your parents, you have an old lady, you have a kid, there's all kinds of circumstances, and that's the point. And so if you and I've like I said, I've heard it 1,000 times where vatos will say, "Man, now I'm doing good, and my jefita never got to see it, or my abuelita never got to see it." I mean, it just is what it is. That's. I'm glad my abuelita saw. By the time she passed, I was on the streets. I was done with that world. I'm, I'm happy about that. I don't know. It would have sucked if she had passed while I was torcido. And that's just the point. The point is
Yeah,
the
but
losses that you
she was
incur.
a good grandma to you though. She was a
I
good
know.
grandma to you, so that's why, yeah, I get that part. But if I had a parent that was a crappy parent, I wouldn't need to prove anything to them.
Yeah, but the problem is then you start giving people excuses and saying, "Well, I don't gotta prove shit because they were crappy parents."
No, where I think you should tell them is like, hey, you have your own life. You're going to have a life one day and you're going to have kids one day. You need to stop that cycle. Okay, your parents were crappy doesn't mean that you need to be when you meet a girl and get married and have kids, and you could be the difference. You could start the new generation.
Yeah, that's part of the conversation, but there's still an emotional side of that. And whether no matter what category you fall on, I'm just giving all the categories. Some people had good abuelitas that they would like to prove it to. Some people had good moms that they would like to prove it to. Some people don't. Some people have an old lady they wish they wouldn't have lost. Some people have kids they wish that didn't call another motherfucker dad. I mean, there's all kinds of different situations and they're all bad. That's the point.
Yeah.
Cricket, do you still eat top ramen? LOL. Not often. We have. I mean, we'll get it here and there. My son likes that. He likes more the cups. I don't like the cups. I like the little baggy, the actual, you know, whatever they're called. I don't know the brand, but yeah, I'll still tear it up. I like it. I like the taste of top ramen. G Dot
Ugh.
said, "Sup, Senor Cricks." What's up, G Dots? How you
I
doing,
can't
brother?
remember the last time I had a top ramen.
I used to buy the yeah, but you didn't eat them. It's just me and Mijo,
Yeah, I mean, he would just eat the cups because he's lazy. But
huh?
I mean, that's the truth. That's like the best food for someone who's lazy.
Yeah. Art Life said, crusted. AP said, I think at one point after Van Buren, there wasn't much else. Yeah. No, there wasn't. Not for a long time. Um, well, the South Side. I mean, the South Side still. I mean, you went all the way up to what Dobbins, something out there like that. When I was real little, we lived out there. It was like Seventh Ave and Dobbins or some shit. Kind of out Happy Homes and all that stuff out there. AP said back then. I mean, Yvonne Madrid is in the house. Hello, everyone. She said, "How you doing, Yvonne?
Hey,
Hopefully,
Ron.
you and your daughter are doing well." LA Dodgers Blue said, "B23 family." What's up, brother?
Hello.
Crusted said, "Art like Phoenix." He threw the little fist up. Ty said, "All that land in Queen Creek, major money." Oh, everywhere, bro. Think about where they put the Cardinal Stadium. That was just trash. I mean, it wasn't trash, but I mean, when we were little, we thought it was all desert fields, nothing. Just had a bunch of jackrabbits running around them, little bushes. I mean, no one ever thought that. I mean, I'm sure some people thought, but those were the ones that got the money. But if you just bought a few little acres over there, imagine. Because those used to be cheap. All around my neighborhood was all fields. I mean, they had uh, what were they called? The cotton fields. They had watermelon fields out there. 5 years sober. What's up, Arturo? He said, "Buenas noches desde Rosarito." How you doing, Arturo? How you doing, brother? How was your day today, bro? Krusty says, saludos, LA Dodgers Blue. Yuma Boy says it sucks sometimes. Gotta plan an hour ahead. Still? Is it still seem like a far drive? I know when I'm out there, it doesn't seem that far anymore. Now with the freeways and all that, it's just a couple exits and you're there now. Jojo Arizona says, salute, Grio. What's up, bro? Ben Cuevas is here. He said, Cubo Cricket, Giovanna, and the rest of the Chronicleros familia. Giovanna, you know what time it is.
Hey, Ben.
He says, starting a new highlight, it's the same concept, but I made a move that will benefit me in the long run, the big picture. Damn. And
Oh,
you were at that last job for years, right?
well,
That's good, bro.
congratulations. And yeah, hopefully this one will be it, you know.
Yeah, that's real good. Whatever betters you and your family, brother, for sure. Jojo AZ said respects to everybody.
Is it
You
still
my
in
boy.
food though, Ben? Like, are you still doing the food thing?
He said it's the same concept, but he made a move that will benefit him. So
Oh,
probably,
that's right. I didn't forgot that part. Okay.
or maybe it's just some kind of delivery, maybe not the same type. That's good. Jojo said respects to everybody. You my boy said I always wanted to be a juvenile detention officer or advisor. Yeah. You know what
Yeah.
I thought about like now? I think about um I think about what's it called? Like the counselors that go in there, not necessarily the detention officers, but the counselors that go in and talk to the kids, but something like that. I wish, you know what I remember, and I don't know how many of you guys remember it, but there used to be, man, what was his name? There was the in Durango Juvenile, there was there was a I don't know what to call him, preacher or I don't whatever they went by, but his name, I can't remember his name now, but everybody knew him back then. And you could tell he really cared about the kids. Like he would talk to us, he was cool with us. It wasn't all about discipline and you know what I mean? The way you guys, those that went to Durango remember. I mean, when you got up from the chow hall, you had to like make sure the chair didn't make any noise or you would lose points. It was all trying to be real strict. And he didn't act like that with us. He would talk to you normal. He brings, just he was obviously he was doing it from the religious angle, but you could tell he cared. You know what I mean? I can't remember his name, man. He was a Chicano dude. I know years later, he was writing to Rocco from 9th Street. I mean, I'm sorry, from Dupavilla. Um, he was writing to him like he had kept in touch with him after there, and I heard that he kept in touch with quite a few of the kids that had went through Durango. Something like that, I think, would be cool, man, to be able to touch, these kids' lives and be able to talk to them and see. Um, a lot of them, I think, just need that adult guidance, like somebody that they can actually turn to and talk to about some of this stuff. You know what I mean? That all they have is, they either have the one side of people that really don't know and are just telling them be good, and the other side is that I don't know is from their neighborhood. When we're talking about older people, and when you get, when them dudes are influencing them, it's all bad. Krusty said that's a rough one, losing your mom or dad while you're away and you can't be there. Yeah. Jojo said, unless you know how to hustle, Jovan. Yeah, having feria in there. Yeah, there's some fools that man, there's a lot of people with talent too. I used to see dudes with like carve like a baby carriage with a little baby in it out of the Irish Spring soap or all kinds of stuff. It was crazy. They make out of popsicle sticks. They make a freaking Viking, big Viking ship. Just I wish I had some of that stuff. There's some of them that got down. AP said, Simon, I'm thankful I was there for my pop's last breath.
See? Yeah.
LA
But see,
Dodgers lose
if
smart.
I had like, okay, I have good parents, but if I turned
Mhm.
out bad and I went to jail and prison and stuff, then I would feel bad because I had good parents. But if my parents were in and out of jail themselves, if my parents were drug addicts, if they didn't care about me, and I went to prison, I mean, I'd miss them, but I wouldn't want to just try to prove, I'm going to get out and do good for them because they weren't even good to me as a parent.
Yeah, I mean, I can hear that, but then in that case, you'd still have something or somebody that you would miss or
And want
that
to
it
do
might.
for maybe, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, it may not be necessarily the parents, but no matter what, if you get locked up, there's gonna be somebody or something that you wish you were out there for, or you feel you let down, or whatever. You know what I mean? It just like, I mean, my case is not parents. My abuelita, that's one thing,
Yeah,
but
your case is definitely not parents. My
yeah,
case,
I mean,
okay, when I did those 3 little days, yeah, that was my case. I felt like the biggest loser in the world. Like, and then it was on
yeah,
my mom's it was on my mom's birthday. That
yeah,
was
you
like the
certainly were.
hardest, craziest thing ever. I felt like the biggest loser in there on my mom's
See, and that's
birthday
what I mean. Some people feel that
because
way.
I had good parents. Now, if I had crappy parents, I don't care what I would do because
Yeah,
they're,
well,
you know,
but there's also a scale to that. Like I mean, there's no hard line there. Like some people think that, just because their jefita wasn't able to be there for them as much because they were at work every day trying to provide, they still think that's a good parent, which, I mean, it's
no,
debatable.
that is a good parent, but I'm talking about parents that choose the stepdads or stepmoms over the kids, or they choose drugs
Yeah.
over their kids, or like that. If I had a parent like that, I'd be like, I don't care. I don't need to prove to you. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
I think most people would feel that same way, but regardless, there would be something that would get them. That's all I'm trying to say. I mean, if the parent thing doesn't fit you, then think of what would be your
There we
boyfriend, your
go. If
girlfriend,
the
your kid.
parenting doesn't fit you, I like that because not all parents were great. Some of those people that are in prison, they had some help along the way as there were kids getting there, and it all
Right?
stems sometimes from the parents.
Yeah, but I never said it was for all.
That's what I'm saying. That's a good way to put it. Okay, you don't have to do those eyes. Like, okay, you don't have to do all that. Just don't. Okay, stop. You're stupid.
Hey, he said, Simon, I'm thinking, oh, LA Dodgers said, Orale, Krusty, Cubole. Krusty said, Jojo AZ, how's it going, brother? Ruben Cruz said, hey, now, Cricket, how's everyone doing? My brother, hope you all doing well. Life is good and beautiful. Our family know how bad it seems. Life is good. I live.
Yeah,
That's
I
good.
think life is
It
amazing.
is, man. No matter how tough sometimes it gets out here, when you can compare it to those days when we were sitting in there, it's all good out here, man. Ty said, "Not every woman is a chola loca vato like white like fence." That's true, bro.
A chocolate. I'm not a chocoloca. Please don't ever. Oh,
Urqueña said, what happens too is they get with another vato and that vato treats the kids like crap. I've seen that, and there's nothing
mhm.
you can do about it. At least if you want freedom someday, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I mean, listen, and here's the thing: the biggest part of it, if you're getting, if you're one of these kids that's on this road on the path to going to the Pinta, which like, and so I'm talking to myself at that age. If I could, I would say, it's we got messed up circumstances, but don't feel sorry for yourself. Do something with your life and do better because you can build your own family. You can do what you need to do. There's gonna be loved ones in your life. You don't have to chase it trying to be part of something that doesn't give a damn about you. You know what I mean? At the end of the day, if it's not the parents, like I said, it's going to be it's going to be your kids. It could be, your sister. You may have that little sister that you always took care of because your parents were pieces of shit. And now you're locked up and she's 12 years old and you feel bad because you left her alone out there with those piece of shit parents. I mean, there's just so many circumstances, and the point is, if you get locked up, there's going to be something that's on your mind that you wish you were out there for, and it's going to be all bad. The emotional turmoil, the roller coaster of prison sucks, and that's the point. That's it. And I think that's what we need to cut across to these kids. Stop what no, don't worry about being beat up and all that. That's challenging to these kids. They want to prove that they're tough guys. But on the other side of that, every tough guy loves somebody. Every tough girl loves somebody. Everybody has somebody they care about, they wish they didn't let down, whether that's their kids or parents or anything. Like I said, I'm glad that I wish I didn't lose so much with my abuelita, 20 years, but I also am glad that I was out. She died, I think now 2 years ago. So I was out 5 years before she passed, and she saw that, I think she was pretty comfortable
She
with the
she
fact that
visited us. She got to see your job, your house. She got to see you with your kid, so I think she was pretty proud of you.
she actually, yeah, she came in town. She stayed in my home that we purchased, or like a normal person with my ruca and my kid in my home, and she came and stayed, and yeah, there was nothing that I'm sure she ever thought would ever happen since I was a kid.
Since you were newborn.
Jojo said, "Crust todo bien, gracias." Anthony Ortega says, "Very true. I lost my dad when I did 6 years." Yeah. Jojo said, "Damn, Giovanni even hates on her siblings."
Well, I just think that my mom should have stopped with me, okay? I think they should have stopped with me. I think that's it. She hit the jackpot. Why did she continue to go? I don't know. It just, I ask her all the time, but whatever, it is what it is. I just think,
Listen,
well, at least she did continue because, I have my nieces and nephews and I love them. So they wouldn't be here if she didn't. So,
yeah. Plus your brother and sisters.
oh, yeah, them too. Yeah, great.
Melissa Giron said, "My son was 17 years old when they took him to prison and did 26 years. It was so heartbreaking for me. I basically did time right along with him. It's awful. So, all you young kids, please stay on the right path." Yeah, that's kind of
Yeah.
same thing. I went in at 17 too, and there's so many like that. So many kids that get transferred to adult court, go to prison, and yes, some of it is the parents' fault. Um, some of it is just not. Some of it is the kids themselves. So, it just depends. I mean,
The,
it's
the
so hard.
majority, though, is the parents' fault. The majority. It's very rare that you have great parents and the kid turns out bad. It's very rare, but it is there. But the
Well,
majority
here's
of the reason why kids are in prison and in jail is because they had some help along the way. They didn't have a good upbringing.
well, yeah, the broken home, Holly, is usually the case. Um, and a lot of the ones that I know, which is partly my case, but partly not, right? So there's my situation has many different variables, but if it was just this one thing, I would say it would it wasn't that, but like my mom, like I'm not even going to use myself. I'm just going to use in generalities other people because my situation is different. But there are those parents that work nonstop trying to just pay all the bills, and the kids are out running amok, and the parents can't get a grip on them because they're stuck trying to make sure they don't get kicked out of their home or whatever. I still think that those are good parents. There's just
I do, but
the
they're still being neglectful to their kids. You
yeah,
don't
of
have to
course.
be a gangster parent or a drug addict parent. You could just be neglectful. You come home, you're so tired, you don't even have time to spend with your kid. So then
Yeah.
that's where my question is, why do you have two, three, four, five, six, seven kids? Why don't you stop there if you can't even attend to one or two? That's my
Yeah.
problem with it. And then another thing is, okay, you're in this situation. So what are you going to do to get out of it? Do you need to go to school? Do you need to get a better job? what do you need to do? And I don't care if you're tired. If you come home from work, you still have to go outside and play ball with your kid. You have to. Sorry, I know you're tired, but you have to fake it. And some parents don't. They just go to the room, pass out, let their kids on the phone. They're neglectful. And that's hurtful too. They're not
Yeah,
doing drugs. They're not in gangs. They're just neglectful parents. And that is not okay either.
yeah.
That
I think
hurts the kid just as bad as,
yeah, I mean, parenthood is such a huge responsibility. I mean, you are in charge of that kid's life. You're that kid's going to be a product of what you make, basically. And of course, like I said, some of us, I can't use myself. I kept fucking up. It was what it was. But some kids just, get caught up in peer pressure, do something stupid one time, and it haunts them for a while. They get stuck in the system. But yeah, I don't know, man. It's all bad, but there, I think that's why it takes more than just trying to do the whole scared straight thing. These programs have to focus on being there for these kids, giving these kids somebody that they can lean on and look up to, and you know, kind of almost be kind of like a second parent or a step parent to them. You know what I mean? Someone that they can rely on, because that's what they're looking for on the other side of it usually. Sergio said our parents' generation don't know what it means to say, "Hey, mijo, I fucked up. I'm sorry." They stand firm on "fuck it, I did what I could." Yeah,
yeah, most. Not mine. I let my mom know she was wrong. Okay.
that's not what he's saying. He's saying most
You,
parents don't get it.
yeah, most. I'd be like,
You
hey, lady,
telling me?
you messed up. When she bought me that cake and it was the wrong color and they spelled my name wrong and everything, I was like, oh, you messed up, lady. She knew she was wrong. No, I let them know.
And I let your mom know that you're a fucking nutcase and she did nothing wrong. The hell? AP said Giovanna is a real narcissist questioning her other siblings' existence. Vieja aguada culera. AP boy. Cruston said, right, Sergio? So, hey, if someone's watching this and doesn't know, they would think AP is like really going hard on you, huh?
No, that's just normal.
I know,
That's just
but
that's just another life. That's just another day.
that's what I'm saying. Like, if someone new just happened to come in and see that, they'd be
Yeah.
like, damn, the
And
hell,
and
why
then we
you
haven't been
gotta
on a
block
couple
this
days,
for you?
so we go harder on each other, you know what I mean? Like it's built up. Yeah.
Krusty said, right, Sergio? Sergio said, Krusty, serio pedo, bro. I'd probably have a relationship with my parents if they could do that. Yeah.
Yeah. And that's the thing, most parents they need to hear it. There's times that Mijo calls, when I talk to Mijo, he checks me sometimes and I'm like, oh, okay, he just checked me. You know what I mean? Like, oh, okay. And I don't say anything because you learn from your kids and your kids learn from you and it's okay. I don't have a good relationship with my mother-in-law. I don't have one at all. Not that it's bad, I just don't have one. But her and my son have a great relationship. Mijo and your mom talk all the time, like all the
Yeah.
time. And there was one time, I don't know, this was like a month ago. I told him, I said, "Hey, have you talked to your nana? And your dad's mom." He's like, "Why, mom? Why do you need to know if I've talked to her? Why does it matter? You don't have a relationship with her." And he's like, why are you even bringing her up? Is it because it's going to be negative? Because I don't want to hear it. She doesn't talk about you and you don't need to talk about her. And I was like, oh, okay. And I just shut up because he's right. Like he's right, and again, kids can teach parents and parents can teach kids, and I don't take it wrong when my son, when I feel like I have to apologize to my child. I'm like, hey, my bad for that, or I'm sorry, or whatever. I've said sorry to him a few times. There's nothing wrong with that. But there are some old school parents that are just stuck in their ways and they're right, and who cares, you know?
Yeah.
There are some that are like that, but, you know, it doesn't have to be like that anymore.
Yep. Yep. Yeah, he talks to her all the time. He always tells me that she wants me to call her. My nana says you never call her. She talks to him. He's always, I
And
don't
one
even
time I
know.
was talking to him and he's like, "Oh, I'll call you back. That's my nana calling me." And I was like, "Oh, okay." And he's like, "No, not your mom." And I'm like, "Oh, okay, bye." To hang up. And I'm just like, "Oh, all right then." Yeah, they have a great relationship, which is good.
Yeah. So just said, "Hey, Pete, chingao, bro. LOL. You came in angry today." Chita said, "Wow, AP."
He's a little
Chita,
razzle dazzle. They denied him on his citizenship again, so he's taking it out on me.
AP
Freaking
don't take
AP.
shit from nobody. Said Chita's. So just said, "Cups over top ramen all day." For real? I don't like them, bro. The cups taste nasty to me. They don't taste this. They don't taste good. But top ramen, the microwave kind. I mean, when you put it, if you make it in the microwave, is okay. But if you put it in the pot and like really make it, that shit has a real good taste to it, man. I like that.
Ugh.
Krusty said, "I know exactly where you're coming from, Sergio. Thank God we ended up fixing that." AP said, B23 por vida, fire.
Oh, fire.
StreamYard link. Sergio said, Krusty Simone, I'm not ashamed to apologize to my kids.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've apologized to my son numerous times and talked to him about that. I've asked him how he feels about the fact that I was gone all that time. Yeah, him and I have had many conversations, but mine's a little more blatantly. I owe him apologies.
Mm-hmm.
AP
As you
said,
do. As you do. As you did.
AP said, I remember hella empty lots. Then they all got filled up. Yeah, I know. Everyone. Right? G-Thought, saludos, said Krusty. Melissa Giron says, you can be great parents, but if your child decides to be a follower, they will pay the price. Yeah,
Yeah.
some,
And that's what we said. It's very rare that you have good parents and the kid goes bad. The majority is bad parents, and that's why the kid is bad. But if you're two great parents that did every single thing in their power to not let their kid go down that way, and there's just nothing you could do, then there's nothing you could do. But for me,
yeah,
I don't know. I would go to the ends of the earth to figure out what I could do for my kid to not let him go to jail or join something, a gang or anything. I would have to move. If the neighborhood's the problem, we would have to move to another neighborhood. We would have to. I'd tie him down in my house if I had to. You know what I mean? I don't know what I would do, but if you did everything possible and this kid just wants to be bad, I mean, then they're going to have to learn on their own. But it's very
yeah.
rare that you have good parents with a bad kid.
I think a part of it too is a lot of people don't realize that, kids are sensitive, bottom line. I mean, they are. And if you're their mom, that their mom, they're as when they're little, they love their mom usually, right? They're in love with their mom. So when a
Mhm.
man comes into that world and is playing stepdaddy, first of all, usually, there's some issue with that. But the second side is they see that man is interfering in their relationship with their mother. And a lot of moms don't see that or know, or I mean, they're just. I get it. You fall in love with some dude or whatever, and you don't think about this other side of it. But I think at the end of the day, when you have a kid, man, you got to give your life to your kid. And once the kid's old enough to do whatever, then go ahead, do what you got to do. But too many women and guys, I think it's both ways. Bring in these step parents, stepmothers, or stepfathers, and then they think that they're doing everything they can for that kid, but they don't know that that kid internally has so much animosity. And on top of that, some of these dudes and women, the step parent, do not treat those kids the way they should be treated a lot of the times, especially if they have their own. I've said it
Yeah.
before on here. Not a Joanne disagrees because she thinks that she could be a good step parent if she needed to be or whatever. But I just feel like I don't think an individual can treat a kid in their home the exact same way they would treat a child of theirs in the home. And you know, is there maybe there's some of that. I think Crust told me one time, he's he loves his stepkids and stuff. So there's obviously outliers to this. But a lot of the
But
time,
again, that's very rare too.
yeah,
But
I think
why, as a parent, would you take that chance and that gamble? Like,
yeah,
your kid's life comes first. Your selfish needs come second. If you
yeah,
need to go get off and do your thing, go do it. But come home into your kid and leave them out of it. You know what I mean? When your kid's old enough, then you can go out and do it. Your life no longer is about you, it's about the kid. And people just don't think that way. They're very selfish. There's a lot of parents that are selfish.
and sometimes they don't see, like, here's the crazy thing, like, kids feel everything. So if they
Yeah.
have a stepdad in that world in their life, and the stepdad is nice, right? He's a nice guy. He gives them what he wants. Well, there's, he's not being a blatant. He's not abusive. There's nothing like that. But trust me, the kid can feel the difference if that guy also has his own kids in the world, and he's gonna feel the difference that he's being treated differently than those kids, good or bad. You know what I'm saying? And so I just think that people need to be real careful when they're doing that. Once you start having kids, you have to plan your life a lot differently. And I know it sounds crazy, and people are like, it's easier said than done, but you're talking about your child here. And what do you want with that kid? Do you want that kid to be as healthy and productive as possible? Because if you do, then there's some decisions you have to make about your own world. And that's just the way it is. I mean, that's just thinking in retrospect. Obviously, I made so many bad decisions that could have led my son. He was one of them statistic kids, supposedly, right? A dad in
Yeah.
prison,
My
single
my kid
mom.
had a big old target on his back, you know.
Yeah,
And look it.
but so it's tough. It's tough, but once you have kids, you have to make those tough decisions. It, it's crazy. But yep, JoJo said 5 years sober. Did you know Sea Dog? D High said no. What are you asking, D am not sure what he's talking about.
I think he wanted the link,
You want
but
to come in and talk, brother? Is that what he was saying?
I think so.
Let me know what you're talking about, and kind of what you want to come on for as well, brother, because we could definitely do that. 5 years sober said no, I didn't. He didn't know Sea Dog. Sergio said Di. It takes him a while to get through the comments. Thanks, Serge. Crust said still some more to fix, Sergio. Yeah, I thought he was behind. Yeah, I was behind. But let me know what we're talking about, Di. Dice, dice, D-highs. Got you. Sergio said, Krusty Simon, Burqueños at facilities need good juvenile detention officers. Way too many preyed on kids locked up to me. That was the worst part.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, I know, sir. Yeah, that is true, Burqueño too. A lot of the people when I was in like in Adobe and stuff like that, you would think that the people that are in that profession would be there because they cared, you know what I'm saying? And maybe they did in the beginning, and they kind of like after a while, because kids with behavioral problems like us at those ages, it's tough, man. You know what I mean? We're not the easiest to deal with. And so maybe some of these people just get disillusioned, and so they change up. But I've seen some, man, that it's like, damn, like what the hell you work here for? Like it's just a job, or it's not about the kids a lot of the time. Sometimes, um, I agree with you there. There's definitely a lot that are there just to I get it's just a job, and they deal with it accordingly. You know, and that's sad. It would be better, or then I've seen the opposite. I've seen some like, some of the older women that treat like all the kids like an old mother or grandmother. They're trying to be the friendly, and I don't know. I guess it goes both ways, but definitely the other way, the bad way, can have really bad consequences and impacts on those kids. Arturo said, my friends me got meet Sana at Salvador Park in F Troop in the city of Santa Ana. Oh, they got to meet him, Sana, in the early 90s. Krusty said, but thank you. You opened my eyes to something I overlooked. Look, said Krusty. Serge. Serge said, Jojo, is Sea Dog dead or what? You're asking in a past tense. Krusty said, eso también, burqueño. Jojo said, Sergio, I don't think so. I asked in past tense because I think Sea Dog moved from there. Oh, from Rosarito. Big motherfucker said, hope everyone's doing good. Grillo, Chronicles fam, and Jovan too, I guess.
Oh, well, I hope you have a bad rest of the night. I hope you get heartburn tonight.
What's up, big motherfucker? How you doing, brother?
So isn't that bad to be like in bed with heartburn? Like, dang. That's
I've never
that's
had
when you
heartburn.
know you're getting old. Like, God, I got heartburn. And it's like late at night.
I've never had heartburn in my life.
Yes, you have.
No, I haven't. Swear, never. I mean, unless I don't know what it feels like, I've never had.
I don't remember you having heartburn.
You remember?
No.
No, I've never had it. I've never felt that. I've heard people talk about it. I always wondered like what it feels like or what it means.
It sucks.
But I guess it's probably because I'm so young. I gotta wait a while still.
Okay, whatever. Well, you know what, big guy, I hope you get heartburn tonight, all right? There you go.
Jojo, okay. Anthony Ortega said, Cubo Cricket and your lady going to sleep. OG Papa, much love for you guys. All right, brother. Good night.
Oh, good night.
Appreciate you. I hope you're probably gone already. It's been about 30 minutes. But good night, brother. Crusted said, howdy, big MF. Big motherfucker said, Cuba Crustone. Jojo said, Cricket, do those eyes, carnal. Get down, homie.
I hate when he does that to me. Because it's like take me serious, but you're not. You're over here playing around. Don't see why.
I'm not doing anything. They're
Yes,
just
you do. You make those faces at me, and you know what that does.
What does it do, bro?
Not that. So keep reading.
Norma said, Cubo Miguel from Guadalupe. Big motherfucker said, don't listen to her, Grillo. I'm not, bro. They're all putting the eyes. Look, crusted, big motherfucker. Sergio said, what's up, Norma? Sergio said, Ira, we got 32 watching.
Oh.
Yeah.
Hello.
Just 42. 42. Keeps going up and down. And actually, we got 32 from Facebook.
To the people in the bushes lurking who are obsessed with my man. They keep coming in and out.
32 from from YouTube, 6 from Facebook. How you guys doing? Hopefully everybody's doing well tonight. Big motherfucker said, hit that like discos and super vistos, and some parents belong on the Gaza Strip.
What's that?
No,
The what?
Me on the Gaza Strip.
The Gaza
Strip, yeah, where like Hamas and Israel's fighting right now.
Oh, dang. Oh, okay.
Norma, geez, not my parents. I had it all. I just like the vida loca. Yeah, there's some people like that too. Some of these kids that are just, no matter what the parents do, they're just gonna go that route. But usually those are the ones, to be honest, usually the ones that change a lot quicker, because it's not like they have issues. It's not like they, you know what I mean. It's more like they're just falling to peer pressure and all that. They're not really that messed up. So I think those are usually the ones that fix their life a lot quicker, if that makes sense. Krusty said, please hit the like, folks.
Oh, thank you.
Peace. Like, comment, subscribe, said AP. Watcha?
Oh,
You guys are
okay.
the creators. Appreciate it. Ivan Madrid said, my daughter-in-law's 17-year-old sister just got arrested for attempted murder because she got into a fight with an adult lady, and it reminded me of what you always say about it not being worth it to fight. Yeah,
No,
it's
it's
it's not. I mean, to be honest,
not
like
worth
when
it.
we're, when you're an adult, you can think of all those things and the consequences that could be, and so I mean, that's how I think about it now. Like, obviously when we're kids, we're just loose about stuff like that, but when you hear these stories of some road rage fight and the guy hit the other guy and the guy fell, hit his head, and he's dead, and now this individual that's never been in trouble in their life is just a working man but just let his temper get to him, is charged with manslaughter. like it's just like, well, why even put yourself in that position when you could just drive
Mhm.
away? A lot of people are going to
Or
sit
I'm
there.
running away. I'm gonna run away, or I'm gonna just hug that person. They try to
Yeah,
come and get. I'm gonna
I
just
mean,
hug them.
yeah, it's just the problem is like when you're I don't know. When you're mad, you make crazy decisions, but you have to sit and think about stuff like that because that can be the rest of your life. That can change everything for you. And over what? A parking spot or a fight. Whatever the fight brought, it's usually not worth all that. And in the end, you're apologizing in court. You're crying. You didn't mean to do none of it. So it's like, I don't know. And you get them people that think that it's soft not to to do it. I think that's just immaturity. At the end of the day, I'm not giving up this world. I'm not gonna not be there for my kid and my girl, and I'm not gonna lose my house and all that because I got mad that some dude cut me off. Like, those are usually the adult fights. You know what I mean? Like, we're not banging out here no more. It's crazy. But yeah, sorry for your sister-in-law.
Yeah.
It's always something, man, like that. It's crazy. It sucks. Ty said staying away from drugs and alcohol is half the battle. Yeah, huge. Not three-quarters of the battle. Jojo said
Just
you have more
stay away
kids.
from it, Ty. Just stay away from it.
Jojo said you have more kids, so you have more money for a better retirement home. You better hope Mijo wins the lottery, Jovan. Right. I know. How's he gonna take care of us?
I just, I don't know. To me, in my eyes, Mijo was just such a great kid. He's loving and caring and never gave me trouble. I just know if I had another kid, it would be opposite. Total opposite. And I don't know if I could handle that because Mijo didn't give me any trouble. And even now, he still doesn't. You know what I mean? He's just
Yeah.
a little lovable hippie,
I know the other side of what was
He- He's nothing
me
really like me or you, huh?
Mijo is straight up said though he's putting our asses in old folks' homes.
I don't think he'd put me in an old folks home.
Oh, he's putting you for sure. I'll
Not
probably
for
not.
not me. You know what though? My nephews and my nieces won't let that happen.
We'll see.
You
AP
better
said more.
not. See, now you got me thinking.
Oh, Burkini said now I know why Jovan's mom sides with the chat most of the time. Oh, AP said more
She does
kids better.
sometimes. I'm just like, really? She's like, well, that's just how I think. You can't make me think something or feel something different. I'm like, really? You think that's funny? She's like, yeah, kind of. I'm just like, okay,
More
okay.
kids, better tax return. Que no, said AP.
And
Yeah.
so,
Well,
some
it
people,
worked.
it's sad because some people really do think that way, and
Yeah.
they really just want the tax, and that's
But
sad.
usually that money goes right, disappears real fast when you have more
Yeah, it
kids.
does. It does.
Big motherfucker said, respect that, fucker. What happened? Oh, he cut dude. Kenny said, big motherfucker laughing. Andrew Cano said, what's up, Bessie? How you doing, brother? Jojo AZ said, AP, that's why she don't have a new Nissan Altima every year. She hasn't figured it out yet. Oh,
Stupid.
big motherfucker said, Burqueño. Burqueño said, salute. Chris Gringo said, you're going to do another Sunday night oldie show this weekend. Last week was a good live. We should.
I think we should. I think we should do an R&B night. Or is that too slow for some people?
I don't know. I don't know those songs that good.
Why are you so against it all the time? Like, try something new and different.
Hmm.
Jane.
Nah, just
Oh,
whatever. We could just do whatever.
there should be like a flow, a vibe. Or just upbeat music.
We could do rap, old school, 90s, 80s, and
Oh,
90s.
there's not that many good rap old school songs. You're gonna play like 3, 4 songs and then that's it.
There's a lot from back then.
Why?
Nowadays, Pequeño said Smack Ramen. Oh, Smack Ramen was the best. Haven't seen those in years. Not here anyway. Smack. Is that was the brand? I don't remember that. The one I remember is the Maruchin, right? Is that what it's called?
Hmm.
Andrew Cano said, search on YouTube or Google Richard Cano, Lower Buckeye Jail. And Jojo said, Andrew, was that your pops? Andrew said, Richard Cano was my primo. During the years he did in Arizona Department of Corrections, he had 9 attempts on his life that he survived. Is that right? Cano was his last name? I knew a Cano from Sherman Park, big gangster. Um, his last name was Cano. There's another one too at Tucson. I can't remember the name right now. Uh, but I never heard of Richard Cano. I'll check it out. You said Google it. Krusty said, I teach my kids to be themselves, not to follow, but to create their own path.
Yeah.
Andrew said, I was in Lower Buckeye Jail in June of 2005 to 2006. I got out after I was found not guilty in jury trial. Felony 3, dangerous aggravated assault. I was 17 when I was arrested. That's good, bro, that you beat it, and hopefully you never had to go back, man. Doing your thing out here. Congratulations on that. Oh, he
Yeah.
said, I didn't calm down until after my son was born in 2015.
So, sometimes, and I know that's a lot of pressure on a kid when they hear that, but I don't know. I feel like my son saved my life sometimes. Like you know,
Yeah. Well, Andrew said, if I didn't have my son, I probably would be dead already. Probably a lot of people feel that way. I mean, kids are
that they
one
have
of the biggest.
you have a reason to live for as your
Yeah, and
kid.
they're one of the, well, they're actually one of the biggest catalysts to people changing their lives and stopping the dumb shit and growing up, basically. Norma said, I did 18 years dedicated to my kids, over 18 years. Now I'm too old to get married or to find myself a man. Kids first, always, then grown and gone, and sit here alone enjoying my peace. I did the raising. Yeah, that's sometimes that's how it ends up, but we got to live for our kids and do for them, I feel. Ty said, glad you are out, Andrew. Yeah. Sergio said, Norma, it's never too late. Jack Armenta's in the house. What's up, brother? He said, Cubole Carnal. How you doing, bro? Andrew said, Ty 602, thank you. It took a long time for me to move on. I used to think it defined who I was. Yeah. Unfortunately, that's a lot of the problem with a lot of us. I mean, we let that world consume us and basically turn us, or we turn into who we're not, I think, a lot of the time. Just being a part of all that stuff. Ty said, yeah, Norma, you got me and Sergio, LOL. Just Ty. Sergio said, Ty, LOL, hell yeah, huh? Sergio said, Norma, there you go. 2 eligible bachelors. Just
Oh
Sergio.
my gosh.
I hear that Andrew the Wise. I hear that Andrew the Wise evolve. Big motherfucker said, joke's on you, Jovan. I've been having heartburn all day, so he stuck out his tongue. He said, damn, motherfucker, she cursed you, bro. LOL. LOL. Crusted said, LOL, she cursed you. Big motherfucker said, damn, the emoji with the tongue didn't show. Oh, did you put an emoji? It just says tongue. Uh, Andrew Cano said, "Hey, Cricket, I haven't caught a live chat for a damn minute. Question: Do you ever have stress thinking about fools that possibly would want to harm you? I would like to email you and tell you my story. Email me, brother, and you don't gotta tell it there. I'll send you my numero. We could talk." He said, "My battery's at 3%. Homie, talk to you later. Take care, Cricket, and everyone."
Good
You're
night.
probably gone now, but I'll still answer your question. No, I don't stress on it, and it's not because I'm some tough guy or nothing like that. Um, it just if I did, if I started to, it would just consume me. You know what I mean? Like I'm not really. I don't know. I'm not like trying to think of how to put it. Like I'm not paranoid and all that. You know what I'm saying? If I did, I wouldn't be able to live normal. And that's one of the things that I made sure of to myself. That I wasn't going to come out here and do things based on that. I'm not going to make decisions based on that hale. You know, one of the case in point, I'm on YouTube. You know what I mean? I could have just stayed real quiet, not gotten involved in none of this, not put myself out there, and not have what I have now. The people talking crazy, people trying to throw me under the bus, people try, all this stuff. I mean, there's an easier way to go about living this life, but then I wouldn't be able to do what I feel is right either. And so, I'm not here doing this trying to challenge anybody, but I'm also not gonna not just do what I want to do with my life. So, I don't really stress about it. Um, I'm just living my life, bro, like everybody else. Anybody can get hit by a car, can get in a car accident, can while they're working. If you're an electrician, you can get electrocuted. But if you sat there and stressed about all of these possibilities, you wouldn't be able to function. And so, there's a possibility for everybody every day for something to happen. And that's just one of my possibilities. But I'm not worried about it. Not like that. Again,
I
I'm not.
think I think if you did worry about it like that, you should see a life coach.
Stupid life coach. I could be a life coach.
No, you can't.
Ty said, I thought Jovan had family on the Gaza Strip. She probably does, bro.
I didn't even know what that was. What is it again?
It's the part where they're fighting over, like in Israel out there, Middle
Oh,
East.
I gotta look it up. I gotta check my ancestry and see. I'll get back to you. Probably do.
Big motherfuckers at Andrew. Peace. Arturo said, I'll see you later as well, just like Andrew. All right, brother.
Good night.
Good night, bro. Burkini says, speaking of Israel, have you heard from Vicky lately? I hope he's okay. I haven't in a minute. We were playing chess. But I haven't. Speaking of chess, have you made a move yet, fool? Or are you still scared? Oh, you did make a move. But I no, I haven't. I have not heard from him, bro. Actually, I was. I've been wondering about him too since this stuff started because this hit hard. And then I don't know if you guys saw also Afghanistan had a pretty big earthquake where they say like 2,000 people died. So it's been pretty bad out there.
Gotta make sure I don't have family out there.
Big motherfucker said, sober, cuídate, peace. Arturo said, thanks, big motherfucker. Jamás, menas, never in Spanish, lol, jamás. Seriously, said, you're gonna hug that person when you then get your ass kicked.
I'll just keep
Okay.
hugging them. Or I'll just start running. I'll just start running and yelling, ah, and just like run. What would they do? Like, if they went out. Can you imagine trying to fight somebody and they try to hug you?
Man, yeah, I think you would. I think there'd be a problem.
Like you just grab onto their waist and hug them tight and don't let go. Like what would they do? Like
No.
I gotta try that.
They'd probably start laughing then. Break the monotony. 5 years sober said means never. Crusted said I've been using that hugs and happy meals line lately.
Yeah, Christy, I'm telling you, I want to. If you want, we can start a new channel and like, hey, this is for all you little trolls. If you need a hug, a happy meal, let me know. We'll show up on location, give you that hug. Hey, we even do a little pat on the head. Good job. Pat them on the head, give them their happy meal, and this way they can hopefully have a better little life.
Ty said she is a hoot sometimes, Crust. Crust said, I seen that, Ty. G Thought said, wow, did I hear you say fucking a moment ago, Jovan? Wow, that's a first, I think.
No, I
I
didn't
think
cut.
so.
When?
I don't know. We're gonna have to rewind this.
Uh-oh. Well, if I did, I apologize. I didn't mean to.
Sergio said R&B is not a group type of music.
Okay, well, your face isn't either, Sergio, but here we are. Okay? Like, what do you want me to do with that? It is.
AP,
It is a
let's
group.
do miscellaneous music. That's what I'm saying. Just whatever is requested. Make all kinds, can do all kinds of holiday.
Okay.
Especially your
You remember that.
especially your BTK, AP.
It's his BTS.
BTS. That's what I meant.
Oh,
McKinney
it's not
says
for him, it's for his sister.
McKinney says Sunday night polka. Gita said, Craigs, let's do yodeling night. Jovan can be first.
Oh, goodness.
Crust said
Hey,
you can take requests.
Crust, you have a harmonica? I have a little one. We can go at it.
But you showed it to Crust, right?
Yeah. I want to send you one, Krusty.
Right. He said you can take requests and have a theme.
See?
Man, last time we did, we went 4 hours. That went fast too.
It did. I think we had a really great time.
Patty Guardado is in the house. She said, hi, happy to see you both here. Just woke up, got some water, and now you guys are both staying up watching this. I really appreciate you guys. Thank you, Patty.
Oh,
We
thanks,
appreciate
Patty.
you.
Nice to see you. I know it's late, but here
Yeah,
we
we
are.
appreciate you coming in and spending time with us. For real, that's really I'm honest about that. I really do appreciate all you guys that come in and have these conversations with us. Norma said, next Black Bachelorette, orale.
Well,
AP said, good night, gente. Gotta drive tomorrow. Where are you driving, fool? Coming back?
you know where he's driving. Across that desert.
Ty said, good night, AP. Big motherfucker said, AP? Put the fist up. Bukini said, AP, salute, good night, bro. Soldier said, Norma, LOL. Soldier said, it always makes me think how all these overly religious countries always get decimated by war or natural disasters. Yeah, it's sad, bro. It's sad that I think some of it was, they were saying like the second day or something, Hamas went in and like shot up they were having like a rave or something out there and just whacked all kinds of gente in the club. Shit, it's crazy, man. Sad world we live in sometimes. Ty said, let the B23 music vibe flow.
Yeah. I guess we'll see. But I mean, it's not bad because most of like the playlist there was like 20 songs that we played, and you guys seem to like them. Actually, I picked them. So, oh, you did? You knew what to pick?
Yeah,
No, you didn't.
those are my songs.
No, they weren't.
Just about.
Yeah, nothing to do with that. Don't even.
Big Mo would say, you trying to grow your hair out? Or what, fool? Cut that shit. You already know I'm just lazy, bro. It's not trying to grow. No, I can't grow it out. The problem with
I think you should enjoy your hair while it lasts because it is thinning out a little.
your
Your
ass
hairline
is
is
thinning out.
receding. What?
Your ass is thinning out a little.
It's not. I'm just saying you should enjoy your hair while you have it because you're already going to be 46 and you might not have that hair for long. So I would enjoy it if I were you. You should just let it grow. Just let it all grow.
Anyway, big motherfucker, before we were rudely interrupted by um I can't grow it, bro. It's it's too thick and it'll be like all over the place. You know what I'm saying? Like it just training my hair was always a disaster when I was a kid. I always used to like at the oh man, it just there's just no way. But I'm too lazy to cut it once a week or twice a week like I need to also. So it's almost catch 22. Wish there was a way I can get it down to a 000 and it just not grow from there. What you think about that, man?
Yeah, I didn't tell you. I don't think you. Oh my God, here we go.
Or you want this back? If I grew my hair, it'd be identical. So what do you think?
It wouldn't be identical.
Such a hater.
It wouldn't be, and you know it. Deep down inside, you're just in denial.
And Kenny said they found 30 to 50 something infants beheaded. Those guys want to die for what they believe in. That's a hard enemy to fight.
Oh my God.
That's just sad, bro.
That's a evil.
I don't care enemy or not. Like, how can you ever do something like that to a baby? Like, I would think that would, like, I don't know. You would think your body wouldn't even let you do something like that. You know what I mean? It's
See,
crazy.
that's why I never want to travel to other countries. I'm okay exactly where I'm at. And that's why
Big
I
Mama
like,
said, Bob,
and that's why like it bothers me sometimes, when people do come here from other countries and they're waving around their flag and stuff. And it's like, if it's so good to you, then why are you here? Because I know in America, I don't think they'd ever do that. And if they did, it's not like that. We wouldn't have that like that. You know what I mean?
Big
It's
Mama
just
said,
nuts.
blah, blah, blah. You're 57, Jovan. No one cares what you say.
Oh, that's how we're feeling?
I said, boom, same look. Big Mother said, damn, still look the same. 100.
Oh, okay, well, you guys are liars and you know it.
That's right. Thank you, brothers.
See, like I just cut like 4 inches off my hair, and my hair is still long because I'm still young. So my hair's still thick and long. You know what I mean? You, babe, you got years over me. So you should enjoy your hair because it's gonna be gone soon.
You're going to be gone soon. How about that?
Your face is gone. How about that?
Catch me outside. How about that?
You're stupid. Don't ever say that again in your life.
Yeah, I'm part of the cool generation.
You're not. Well,
Just a hater.
real quick, is anybody doing Halloween or is anybody taking their kids out trick or treating, or do you guys know of anybody that needs like a Halloween costume last minute,
Yeah. I
or
know people.
Is Halloween not important like that? You know what I mean?
I'm sure it's important to a kid
Yeah,
somewhere, right?
yeah. Like I said, it's just around the corner, so you guys let us know.
Yeah.
What are you eating?
It's so this was my dinner. It's a corn dog, but it's not a corn dog. It's
It's a sauce.
sausage with pancake over it.
Oh my God.
The pancake and sausage corn dog. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, I do. I feel sorry for you.
Dr. Chapatin. So quickly chiming in, Burke, that claim has yet to be confirmed to the point the White House has to walk back the president's statements that he's seen them. I don't condone in either action, but sheesh. Big
How
motherfucker
do you
said, I'm
do
gonna
that?
make some candy bags to hand out at work.
Oh, cute.
He said, well, my daughters are gonna make them.
Oh,
Yeah,
even cuter.
we're gonna do it here too. At my house, we've done it every year, but it's like nobody trick or treats anymore, man. We end up not giving anything away really. Like one or two people come. It's crazy. But I gotta get ready to start putting up all the Christmas stuff at the house.
Oh my God.
So Patinsa reports coming out of Gaza where 70 plus entire families have been wiped out. Gacho. So órale, saludos, all peace out. All right, brother. McKinnon said we're all going trick or treating, my favorite holiday, along with Christmas. Is it Halloween?
Yeah.
I never really put too much into Halloween, but I mean, I'll use anything nowadays to celebrate some, just to do something. We don't really watch football, but on the Super Bowl we'll get the 6 foot sub and all that stuff. Big Muffin said I can't do it at my house. The crackheads will come by, knock, and expecting a special treat. Charlie. That's funny. All right, we're gonna get out of here. We're an hour and a half in. We appreciate everybody. Thank you so much. We'll be back, I guess, Sunday night then. We
We're
may
gonna
do
do
one.
music night.
Yeah, we could try it. We'll just do like whatever,
I don't think it should be whatever, but whatever.
just R&B.
I don't run the show. I guess you guys do.
We'll see what we do, but we might be back before then. It's barely
I don't know, or maybe just like upbeat music, like dancing music,
dancing music.
something that's just like upbeat, so it's not all like slow. And then you play that stupid Lady in Red, and it just like brings the whole mood down. It's just like if everybody would clear the dance floor when that song comes on. It's just horrible.
What are you talking about? Everybody loved it. You're the only one.
They don't like it. They don't like it.
Yes, they do. It's
I
one of
don't
the
like
best
that
songs
song,
ever
man.
made.
No, you don't. No, you don't. Oh my God, I'm sitting here with my cousin, and she's like, "I like that song." No, you don't.
I have it on my phone. See?
No, you don't. Shh. You don't like that song.
I have it on my phone.
Anyway,
Yeah.
I'm gonna mute real quick. Hold on.
Oh, shit. Burqueño said, Chop, yeah, there's a lot of propaganda mixed in. A lot of elites want this war. Yeah, it's sad, man. It's always the freaking little innocent people, though, that are getting hurt when this stuff happens, man. I got you. Norma G said, Buenas noches. Burqueño said, good night. Stay safe, everyone. Ty 602 said, good night, everyone. Norma, wink.
Freaking tired. All right, guys. Well, good night, everybody. Again, let us know. I know it's around the corner, but we always want every holiday to be good for a kid. So if you guys know of someone, or if your kid needs something really quick to get a costume, let us know.
Yeah.
We don't want them to feel left out. We want them to have a great day and go trick-or-treating. So that's pretty much it. See you guys in a couple days. We'll do music night then.
Yep. Everybody, buenas noches. Thank you guys for being here tonight. Thank you for the dialogue. Patty Guardado said good night. God bless you. You too.
Good
Thank
night.
you so much. Appreciate it. Big motherfucker said Norma gone knock tie. Orale. Good night.
Have you ever heard of something called a boo